Let's talk about the 1010 portal happening on October the 10th of 2024. This 1010 portal marks a whole new wave of completion. And also there's a lot of cosmic events that's happening in our world right now as we are preparing for the Pluto to go into Aquarius, a whole new paradigm. So October is the month of preparation, of coming together, of clearing out all the things that it doesn't matter anymore. It's not relevant anymore. So we're talking about political structure, financial structures, interpersonal structures. So a lot of the things in your life, you could be feeling a crumbling or a whole wave, a whole cycle of completion and healing. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that you need to know about this portal. And I'm also going to be inviting you to my free 1010 energy activation event. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Now we talk about the cosmic alignment, the energy activations, and how you can be in your highest and truest version of self. So if you're into anything like that, come on over, hit the subscribe button, be a part of the family, like this video. And of course, if you've been around the blog, I love you. Hi. Okay, first off, this 1010 portal is really big when it comes to completion because 10 is the number of completion. And how can you complete on something? You have to integrate or reintegrate parts of yourself. So I'll be sharing with you the 5 things that you need to know, how it affects you, what you can do to be aligned with this process and manifest your best life ever. But I'm also going to invite you, okay, to my 1010 portal event happening on the 1010 portal. So link is down below. I'll give you the replay as well if you sign up here today. Okay, so just click on that link, the first link on my description. So the first thing that you need to know about this 1010 portal is that it's right now we're in the energy of Libra. Libra is the energy of balance, okay? Libra, the balancer, the scale, right? So the energy of 1010 is you are balanced spiritually, energetically, also integrating the things from your past, from your future, from the different versions of you. So what does it mean? It means that are there parts of you that you haven't fully accepted? Maybe the things about your past, the thing about your upbringing, the things about who you are, the things about maybe you're working too hard and you're not spending time with your kids, your family, or maybe you're doing and hiding under the blanket too much, but you know in your heart you're meant to be a light worker, you're meant to be of contribution, you're meant to help the world in some way. Okay, so this Libra energy is here to restore the balance. So first thing, what you can do is to reassess. Okay, so write this down. Reassess your life. Really look into what can you bring into balance, because that is going to be the main thing right now. Second point. The second point I want to share with you is really about knowing that the 1010 portal, there has that energy of death and rebirth. Right now, the energy of Pluto completing, okay, whatever it needs to be complete in the Capricorn before it goes into Aquarius. What that means is that Pluto, the planet, you hear Mercury retrograde, right? And it's going to, Mercury retrograde is going to happen in November. I'll talk more about that. I'll make a separate video. But this Pluto this Pluto that is moving right now, it doesn't change so often. So when it does that change, is the planet of death, rebirth, revolution. So when it changes, it's a very significant to our world, right? So what happens here is that when Pluto is ready to be, okay, in the new Aquarius sign, Aquarius represents a new era, okay, a new way of doing things, a new paradigm. What's happening right now is that we are preparing for the rebirth. We are preparing for the crumbling. We are preparing for a new world to emerge, meaning that the old world has to die, okay? Your old world has to die. Whatever it is you believe about the injustice in the world, remember the Libra energy also rules the injustices of the world. So you're going to see a lot of themes about government, a lot of themes about politics, maybe war or whatever, right? All the themes that are just inequality, injustice in our life. And what are you going to do about it? Cry about it, right? be angry about it. Well, that's not going to add into, positivity in this world. It's knowing how you feel and ask yourself, what can I do about it? Okay, if there's something you can do about it, then do something about it. If not, then no. Okay, don't be distracted. So the energy in your heart is about excuse me. It's about how can I realign myself? What can I change within myself so that I can be a better person? Because the real world is a reflection of my inner world. So, how I see the world is going to be different from how you see the world. It's going to be different from some random person on the street, how they're going to see the world, because we look through the world through our lens. Okay, so remember that. So for you to look through and see the world you want to see and manifest the reality you want to be, you have to allow the old version, the old vision, the old view, the old lens of the world to die. Okay, so this is going to be a really big theme on death and rebirth. Okay, identity, ego death, stuff like that. How you think about yourself is going to be really present. And I'm going to be doing my rebirth retreat in Tulum for those of you who have signed up already. If there are spots, then you will see the link below. I would love to have you there, okay? I'm going to do a very small, intimate group. See all the info in the link below in January of the 111 portal. So number 3, how this energy affects you of the 1010 portal. You have to think about 1010 is also like, when people ask you 1 out of 10, how do you feel, right? So 10 is kind of like full. It's kind of like that yes. It's like that yes energy. So asking yourself, what is it a big yes, a big full? Like, how do you feel fulfilled? Okay, what is the yes that you're ready to say yes to in your life that you feel fully and wholly complete and fulfilled in? So what that means in simpler terms is, how do you choose to say yes fully to doing your soul purpose? If you know that you're meant to write the book, if you know that you're meant to do the YouTube channel, if you know that you're meant to launch that program, if you know that you're meant to do that thing, is it still like an 8 out of 10 for you? Or can you get it to a 10 out of 10? Are you ready to go full in? Are you ready to say yes to the thing that's been knocking at your heart, tugging you, tapping on your shoulders? Because what this calling is bigger than you. Okay? And when we talk about calling, we're talking about divine calling. We're talking about God, source, universe. Your higher self is calling you to rise, calling you to do something that is so important, that is beyond you. You might not think of yourself as a good writer, but that book will still need to be written. You might not think that you are ready to be on camera and still stumbling over your words, but that video needs to be made. That message needs to be shared. You understand? And, similar with my journey, for the longest time in my life, I was bullied, I was teased, I was made fun of for my English, and I never thought I would be a good speaker, like never. And to be making, I don't know, over like 3,000 plus videos over the internet and hosting multiple workshops and retreats and events and webinars and coaching containers, like the amount of stuff that I've done through my words, through my communication, I never thought would be possible for someone like me, someone who was so insecure about my voice, someone who thought I was just not good enough to share my message. But at some point when I was going through my spiritual awakening, I was getting the message, I either say yes to the calling and be supported by the divine, or I say no and hide under the bed, okay? Crawl under the blanket and stay there. Then no one would receive what I need to share. No one would receive the message that I'm meant to deliver, okay, as the divine messenger of God, of universe, of consciousness, okay? So I'm asking you right now, I'm looking into your eyes, look into your soul. I'm asking you right now, you know deep in your heart there is that thing that you're meant to do. You know in your heart there's a message you want to share. The person that you want to be is there. Stop stalling, my love. Stop stalling, okay? Make that change. Do that thing on the 1010 portal. Complete on the doubt and the fear and the anxiety. Do the thing, okay? Come to my 1010 portal energy activation, and we will activate the F out of you. We are going to activate those energies that are just in there, awakening the DNA codes, awakening your true divine template. That's what my energy activation is about, is awakening you to the highest, truest version of you. We're going at it from a conscious level, a subconscious level, the unconscious level, and the energetic level. It's a very powerful event. Hundreds of people always sign up at my energy activation. So if you're new to this, I invite you, come, join, it's free, receive the codes, and walk away a new person. That's my gift to you. Number 4, the number 4 way on how the 1010 portal affects you and how you can actually work with this is really look at your to-do list. Okay, let's be real. Every year, right, we have, this is what I want to do for 2024, and then you blink an eye and then it's October. Okay, this is the time where I want you to review all the things that you say you want to focus on, and maybe you get distracted by the elections, by P. Diddy or whatever, right? At this point right now, I want you to revisit the things that you say you want to accomplish in this year, the things you want to manifest, the things that are on your vision board if you have one, the things that you know your intentions are for 2024. Revisit them, okay? Take action. I don't care how small, take action. That's what you're sending out to the universe, is saying, universe, these things are still relevant. These things are still important to me. And I might have been distracted, but I'm back now. Let's bring the energy. Let's bring the focus. And how you can manifest something and have something happen in your life is through that energy of the law of attraction, right? When you focus on something, that thing expands. So if you don't focus on your goals and dreams and the things you want to manifest, it's not going to expand. So refocus, stop being distracted, stop watching the news, right? Stop playing the video games all day, every day. Just really ask yourself, how much of your time is in creation mode? How much is your time is in distraction mode? I was just literally having a one-on-one call with my clients, and I was telling him this, ask yourself these questions. I'm asking you to ask the same questions. I just asked my client to ask himself, how much are you in creator mode? I'm creating my life. I choose who I want to be. I choose to focus on what I choose to focus for the betterment of my life and the betterment of the world. Or you're in distraction mode, scrolling, watching, Netflix, watching things and feeling bad for yourself and playing games, and then you have no more energy and you just go to sleep and then your day just repeats. Be honest with yourself. And in point number 5 right now, I want to share something even more important. Point number 5 of how this 1010 portal affects you and how you can work with it is knowing that sometimes you need the black to understand the white. Sometimes you need the opposite for you to understand the other opposite, okay? This is when you have to understand that whatever you're feeling right now, maybe you're feeling sad, despair, hopeless, or whatever, or how you see the world. I want you to think of the opposite of that. Sometimes you won't know what true joy and happiness is and true love and fulfillment is if you haven't been into those dark places. So instead of looking at the dark places and the bad things that happen to you or are happening to you or the world right now as a bad thing, I want you to kind of like remove that lens of judgment, of like human judgments, and really look at it as like, there's no black without white. There's no white without black. It's like there's no yin without yang. It's like that energy of balance, which is that Libra energy right now. Knowing that becoming somebody requires you to know who you are not. Okay? Releasing the version of you that you know that you are not. Knowing what you want, sometimes it requires what you don't want. I had to go through working the 9 to 5, being a cubicle, doing the Excel, and showing up and waking up and sitting in traffic for me to realize it's not for me. For me to realize this is not it. I had to be in relationships that were not, it, let's just say, to keep it short, It's for me to realize that it is what I desire is something else. What I'm meant for is something else. I'm not saying that you need to go through all of it, but sometimes we do, okay? Sometimes we do. And when are we going to get the lesson, right? Because once you don't get it, the thing repeats itself, okay? The karmic cycle repeats itself. This is when I want you to get really real with yourself. 1010 is about completion. Complete that. Shh. Okay? Close that. Shh. Okay? Be done with that. Understanding that, okay, thank you, person. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, event. Thank you, this bad thing that happens. For me to realize who I am, for me to realize what I want, for me to realize what life I get to choose, what life I get to live, who I get to be. Do you understand? So allowing these things that you call the unfortunate events and looking at them at a different light, at a different angle, saying, thank you, I get it now. I know who I am now. Let's focus on the light. Let's focus on the path that I want to go. That is how you utilize the 1010 portal. You don't label things as bad. You don't label things as wrong. You don't label things as unfortunate events. You relabel them. Okay, you reprogram them and saying this is a important block that I needed to overcome. This is an important step that I need to step over for me to find my power, for me to find my purpose. That, my friend, is the separation of a winner and a successful person mindset versus a victim and failure mindset. Choose wisely. Come to my 1010 portal event. I want to go deeper. I want to bring through the energies to awaken you to your next level self. Like this video if you got anything from it. I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't had time to hit the subscribe button, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button. It is free to you. It would mean so much for me, my message, my purpose, and my channel. So if you have that heart in you, you have the time and the generosity, please hit that subscribe button. My goal is to reach as many people as possible, for them to know who the F they are, and it's time to take their power back. So thank you for your contribution. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the 1010 portal energy activation down below. Bye now.